Welcome back to Stoic Albums, the place where we decode deep personalities and the silent strength that most people can't understand. Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of Sigma females, the rare, independent women who walk alone but still turn heads everywhere they go. Here are 10 things Sigma females do that confuse everyone, even the most confident people around them. Let's begin. Point number 1. They disappear without warning. One of the most confusing things about a Sigma female is how she suddenly disappears without telling anyone. One day she's talking, smiling, and full of energy, and the next day, she goes completely silent. People around her often get shocked or start overthinking. They wonder if she's angry, upset, or hiding something. But the truth is simple. She just needs time alone. Sigma females are different from most people. They don't get energy from crowds or constant attention. They recharge by spending time with themselves. When life gets too loud, they quietly step back to breathe, think, and feel at peace again. This doesn't mean she doesn't care about people. She just values her mental space more than anything. Many people can't understand this kind of behavior because they're used to always being connected. But the Sigma female doesn't follow that rule. She knows when she's getting drained, and she walks away before things get too heavy. It's her way of protecting her peace. When she disappears, she's not running away. She's growing. She reflects, heals, and comes back even stronger. Her silence isn't rejection. It's self-respect. People who don't understand her energy think she's cold or distant. But in reality, she's just guarding her calmness. That's what makes Sigma females so confusing yet so powerful. They know when to leave the noise and return to their own world. And that quiet strength is something very few people can understand. Point number 2. They don't chase, they attract. A Sigma female never chases people, attention, or validation. And that's one of the biggest things that confuses everyone. In a world where most people are trying so hard to be noticed, a Sigma woman stands calm and confident. She doesn't run after others to prove her worth. She knows her value, and that quiet confidence naturally attracts people toward her. When a Sigma female walks into a room, she doesn't need to speak loudly or show off. Her energy speaks for her. People are drawn to her mysterious and composed vibe. They feel curious even if they can't explain why. It's because she carries herself with grace and self-assurance. She doesn't need approval, and that makes her powerful. Many people find this confusing because they're used to attention seekers. When someone doesn't chase them back, they think she's being cold or arrogant. But that's not the case. Sigma females simply don't waste time on fake connections. They believe that what's meant for them will naturally come. They let things flow instead of forcing them. This calm, magnetic energy is what makes her unforgettable. She's the kind of person who doesn't need to try. Her presence alone leaves an impact. When she walks away, people notice her absence even more. A Sigma female attracts without effort because she is comfortable in her own skin. She doesn't beg for love or friendship. She becomes the kind of person others want to be around. And that quiet, natural charm is what truly confuses everyone. Point number 3. They're friendly, but hard to know. A Sigma female has a warm and calm personality that easily attracts people. She can make anyone feel comfortable in her presence. She listens carefully, smiles kindly, and gives off a peaceful energy that makes others want to open up to her. But here's the confusing part. Even though she's friendly, no one truly knows her deeply. Sigma females are open yet private. They share just enough to connect, but never everything. They can be in a conversation, seem completely involved, and still keep a part of themselves hidden. This makes people curious. They often wonder what she's really thinking, what she truly feels, or what goes on in her quiet mind. It's not that she's secretive in a bad way. It's that she values her privacy. She doesn't feel the need to explain her every move or emotion. She believes that not everyone deserves access to her inner world. Her mystery is her strength, and that's what confuses people who expect others to share everything openly. Many mistake this trait for emotional distance, but it's not. The Sigma female is emotionally intelligent. She knows how much energy to give and when to hold back. She protects her peace by keeping her personal life private. That's why people often say, She's nice, but I can't figure her out. And that's exactly what makes her unforgettable. She's kind, approachable, yet wrapped in mystery. Her depth keeps people wondering, and her silence speaks louder than most people's words. Point number 4. They question everything. One of the most powerful and confusing traits of a Sigma female is her habit of questioning everything. She doesn't just accept things as they are. If someone tells her something, she doesn't believe it right away. She thinks about it, analyzes it, and asks, why? Sigma females are deep thinkers. They don't follow rules blindly or do things just because everyone else is doing them. They like to understand the reason behind everything. Whether it's society's expectations, traditions, or even advice from friends, she always takes a moment to think for herself. This independent mindset often confuses people who are used to following the crowd. When a Sigma female questions something, it's not out of disrespect. It's because she values truth and logic. She believes in learning, not just obeying. This makes her stand out. While others simply go with the flow, she quietly walks her own path. People around her may find this intimidating or even rebellious, but she's just being true to herself. Because of this attitude, she often ends up discovering better ideas and smarter ways to live. She doesn't settle for, "This is how it's always been." Instead, she thinks, "Is there a better way?" That's the Sigma mindset, thoughtful, curious, and fearless. This trait can confuse people who don't think deeply. They might see her as stubborn or difficult, but in reality, she's just honest and wise. She wants real answers, not empty words. And that's what makes her one of a kind, a woman who questions everything, because she's brave enough to think for herself. Point number 5. They don't compete, they create. A Sigma female doesn't waste her time trying to compete with others. She knows that everyone has their own path, and she chooses to walk hers calmly and confidently. While most people are busy comparing themselves, who's prettier, richer, or more popular, the Sigma female focuses on building something of her own. She believes that real success isn't about being better than others, it's about being better than your past self. That's why she doesn't chase trends or copy what others are doing. Instead, she creates her own lane. Whether it's in her career, her personal life, or her goals, she does things differently, and that's what makes her stand out. This mindset confuses many people. They can't understand why she isn't jealous or competitive. But the truth is, Sigma females know that comparison kills creativity. They believe that everyone has their own timing and purpose. So instead of wasting energy on rivalry, she invests that energy in growth. Her quiet focus often surprises others. While people are busy watching what everyone else is doing, she's silently working, and one day her success speaks for itself. She doesn't show off or brag, but her achievements naturally shine. This ability to stay calm and self-driven makes her powerful. She proves that you don't have to fight for attention. You can simply create your own spotlight, and that's what confuses everyone the most. The Sigma female doesn't play the competition game. She builds her own game and wins it her way. Point number 6. They're emotionally controlled, not cold. Many people mistake a Sigma female's calmness for coldness. They think she doesn't feel emotions or care about others. But that's not true. The Sigma female feels deeply. She just doesn't let her emotions control her. She has learned to stay calm even when things get hard, and that emotional control is what confuses people the most. Unlike others who react quickly out of anger or sadness, she takes a deep breath and thinks before she responds. She doesn't shout, argue, or show too much emotion in public. Instead, she processes things quietly and privately. This makes her look strong and mysterious, and sometimes people find it hard to read her feelings. But this emotional discipline is her secret power. She understands that not everything needs a reaction. She saves her energy for things that truly matter. When people try to upset her or create drama, she stays calm and walks away. That peace of mind is something very few people have. Her silence during chaos often surprises others. They expect her to break down or fight back, but she simply chooses peace. That makes people curious and sometimes even intimidated. In reality, she's not emotionless. She's emotionally wise. She knows that staying calm doesn't mean she doesn't care. It means she's strong enough to control her emotions instead of letting them control her. That's the real beauty of a Sigma female. She can feel everything deeply, yet still look unshaken. And that quiet power is something the world will never fully understand. Point number 7. They're selectively social. A Sigma female can be social when she wants to be, but she's very careful about who she spends her time with. She can walk into a crowded room, smile, talk politely, and connect with people. But deep down, she doesn't need constant company to feel complete. She enjoys being around others, yet she enjoys her alone time even more. This is what often confuses people about her. Many think she's shy or antisocial, but that's not the case. She simply values quality over quantity. She doesn't believe in having a large group of fake friends. Instead, she chooses a small circle of people she can truly trust. For her, real connection matters more than popularity. Sigma females have strong intuition. They can easily sense fake energy, drama, or jealousy, and when they do, they quietly step away. They don't waste time trying to fit in or please everyone. They'd rather be alone than surrounded by people who don't bring peace or growth. When she does spend time with others, she gives her full attention. She listens deeply and adds value to every conversation. But once she feels her energy fading, she pulls back to recharge. Some people don't understand this. They think she's being distant. But in truth, she's just protecting her mental and emotional balance. Being selectively social is not a weakness, it's wisdom. The Sigma female knows that peace is more precious than popularity. She doesn't chase people. She connects with purpose. And that quiet, thoughtful way of living makes her both mysterious and powerful. Point number 8. They speak less, but mean more. One of the most interesting things about a Sigma female is how little she speaks, yet how powerful her words are. She's not the type to talk just to fill silence. Every word she says has purpose, thought, and meaning. People often find this confusing because they're used to constant chatter, but a Sigma female values silence as much as she values speech. When she talks, people listen. Her voice carries calm confidence because she speaks from experience, not from ego. She doesn't waste time on gossip, drama, or small talk. Instead, she chooses her words carefully. And when she finally says something, it usually leaves an impact. That's why her presence feels strong, even when she's quiet. Many mistake her silence for arrogance or disinterest, but that's far from true. She's simply observing, understanding, and thinking deeply before she responds. Sigma females like to listen more than they speak because they know you learn more by listening. Her silence also creates mystery. People wonder what she's thinking or why she doesn't say much, and that curiosity draws them closer. In a world full of noise, her calm and quiet energy stands out even more. By speaking less, she keeps her peace and avoids unnecessary problems. She doesn't need to prove anything with words. Her actions already speak loudly. That's the power of a Sigma female. Her silence is not weakness, it's strength. Every word she speaks has depth, and every moment she stays quiet adds to her mystery. That balance of calmness and confidence is what truly confuses and fascinates everyone around her. Point number 9. They forgive, but never forget. A Sigma female has a big heart, but she also has a sharp memory. When someone hurts her, she doesn't waste her time seeking revenge or starting drama. Instead, she forgives quietly and moves on. But make no mistake, she never forgets what happened or how she was treated. This is one of the things that confuses people the most about her. Many assume that because she's calm and peaceful, she's weak or easy to fool. But the Sigma female is far from that. She may forgive, but she always remembers the lesson. Once someone shows her their true colors, she believes them. She won't hold a grudge, but she will never allow that same mistake to happen twice. This emotional balance makes her powerful. She doesn't waste her energy on hate or negativity. Instead, she uses that experience to grow stronger and wiser. Her ability to stay graceful even after being wronged often leaves people surprised. They expect anger, but she gives silence. They expect drama, but she gives distance. For her, forgiveness is not about others, it's about peace. She forgives so she can move forward freely without carrying emotional baggage. But she never forgets, because remembering helps her protect her heart in the future. This calm yet firm way of handling people is rare, and it often confuses those who think they can easily take advantage of her kindness. The Sigma female knows how to let go without letting people walk over her. She's kind, but not naive, and that balance makes her quietly unstoppable. Point number 10. They walk alone and love it. The most confusing and powerful thing about a Sigma female is that she walks alone, and she enjoys it. Many people think being alone means loneliness, but for a Sigma female, it's the opposite. She doesn't rely on anyone else for happiness, validation, or support. She is complete on her own, and that self-sufficiency can confuse everyone around her. Sigma females don't need constant company to feel fulfilled. They enjoy their own thoughts, their own space, and their own company. They use their alone time to think, grow, and focus on their goals. While others may feel bored or anxious when alone, she feels peace, freedom, and power. Walking alone doesn't mean she's unfriendly or disconnected. She can form meaningful connections and enjoy social interactions. But she never depends on anyone to define her. She doesn't follow the crowd. She creates her own path. That independence often surprises people who are used to relying on others for guidance, support, or entertainment. Her ability to enjoy solitude makes her strong. She doesn't fear being alone because she knows her own worth. People may try to draw her into drama, gossip, or dependency, but she stays calm and focused. She knows that being alone is a choice, and it's one that protects her energy and peace of mind. This trait can confuse many, because most people are used to measuring success or happiness through others. But the Sigma female knows the truth. True happiness comes from within. She walks alone not because she has to, but because she chooses to, and in that choice, she finds freedom, clarity, and strength. And that's what makes Sigma females so rare. They confuse the world because they refuse to fit into it. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the Sigma mindset, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who walks their own path. This is Stoic Albums, where we celebrate strength, depth, and the beauty of being unapologetically different. See you in the next one. Stay stoic. Stay rare.